You're welcome back from the break. We had Most Reverend William Avinia shortly for his Christmas message. This is Luminous Radio Gboko. We are transmitting from our studio here in the center of the universe, Gboko Town. Here with me in the studio is Father Patrick Keys. Father Patrick Keys is an SMA priest, and Father is the coordinator of the SMA Nigeria Peace, Justice, and Integrity of Creation, SMA Nigerian Province, and he lives in Abuja. Father, there has been a lot of violation of human rights and tampering with the integrity of the human person in this country. And having worked for many years in that office, you've worked in Ghana with Bishop Avinia. You have also worked elsewhere in the country, and you have very, very deep knowledge on this matter. So can you speak to our listeners regarding the proper respect for the integrity of the human person, especially in the Nigerian situation? Welcome, and please, you can speak.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Bishop, Most Reverend William Avenya, and of course the members of the Luminous Radio for this invitation to share my thoughts with you on the human person and the integrity of the human person, and the fact that our country needs to do much to respect the integrity of the human person. Talking about the integrity of the human person, we are talking about God's will, God's desire to share his own life, to share his own happiness and joy with the human person. It is said in Scripture that God made man, male and female, in his own image and likeness. So our country in recent times has been bedeviled by insecurity, by lack of respect for life. We call on everyone to realize that no one created himself, no one created herself. God willed that human beings should come into being. So what God has established, what God has done, no one should disregard, no one should disrespect, no one should destroy. This is the message that we would like our people in Nigeria to imbibe.
Thank you, Father Patrick. Now, having spoken generally about the integrity of the human person, can you tell us in what areas you feel that the integrity of the human person has been violated in this country, and what can be done to restore or remedy the situation?
First of all, the fact that Nigeria has not enjoyed peace for quite a while, and security of life and property for quite a while, it's a cause of concern that we are destroying what God has created, what God has given us as human resources and as natural resources. So when destruction happens in a situation that is not a situation of war, it is just that greed, corruption, and the need for power and influence. Because of that need, so many people are led to take away the lives of other human beings. The innocent, that is murder in itself. And that is disregard for the fact that God is the one that wished every child to be born. In celebrating Christmas, we celebrate the coming of a child, Jesus, but it is to show us that there is value in life. There is value in the life of a child. A child grows up to become a minister, a president, a bishop, so every human being that is given has something to offer, and we need to respect that. We need to accept that. This is the message that we would like Nigerians to imbibe so that we return to peace. Christmas is about peace. Christmas is about joy. We heard the bishop mention the fact that God has touched our lives. And if God has touched our lives, who are we human beings not to touch and recognize the life of a child, the life of a mother, the life of other neighbors? No, we are not in this life alone. We are an ecology, as our recent popes have tried to remind us that there is a connection. There is a connection between every simple thing that exists, from the small to the greatest. So, apart from the natural ecology, there's this social ecology. It's about families together. It's about people together. And that the present, the past, and the future are all connected. So everything that we are enjoying now was created by our ancestors and by those who worked in the past. So we need to work to live a better country and a better world, a better family for those coming after us.
Thank you, Father Patrick.
Yes.
Now, the 2023 is an electionary year in Nigeria. Yeah. What is your office doing to assist, curtail violence, and to ensure that every vote counts, not negating the fact of the integrity of the human person?
Our office is in dialogue with other offices for the same cause. All the Justice and Peace Commissions of various dioceses, we are in collaboration with agencies, to dialogue. We need to talk about our common home, which is Nigeria. Nigeria is given to us. It's God-given to us with all the rich natural and human resources that we have. They are all endowments, right? So as we look towards 2023, an election year, we call on every one of us to dialogue, and we need to dialogue like a family with common ground, with a common purpose. The purpose is what? A nation that is worth the emulation of every other nation. Nigerians flow to America, to England, and to other continents. It is because they have built their nation. We need to build our nation because we have everything else. So votes should count. We need to be honest about vote counting. We need to be honest about voting. First of all, every citizen is called to play a role. Christians are called to play a role. Muslims and non-religious people are called to play a role in order to build our family. Our family is our nation. If our nation is well, then everybody will be happy, everybody will grow and flourish, and we have those capacities.
Thank you so very much, Father Patrick. We are aware that you worked with Bishop William Avinya in Ghana. When he was secretary.
Yes.
So can you tell us briefly about you and Bishop William, because you came visiting him, and that is why you also came to have a program with Luminous Radio. So can you just very briefly tell us about your relationship with the bishop and how he has influenced your life?
Well, I wish to thank God for the opportunity to have met Bishop William Avenya. At the time I met him in Ghana, I was a young priest, about 22 years ago. He was then he was not a bishop then, of course. He was the secretary for the Anglophone Episcopal Conferences of West Africa, what it was called then ECAWA. He was secretary, and I was a missionary priest in Ghana. We first met on, as Nigerian priests and religious working in Ghana, we always met. Each year we have a gathering together. So that was how we met, and we got to know one another. And as secretary then, he was involved in meetings of bishops, both French-speaking and English-speaking. And it was because of my bilingual, gift, as an SMA priest, we speak English and French. So I was there collaborating, helping out with French, translation of French documents, simultaneous translations to help facilitate his work. And working with him has been a great pleasure and gift for me. And I thank God for the opportunity to have known the situation of African bishops, English-speaking and French-speaking bishops. The church has been given a mission, as the bishop reminded us in his message. The mission is to bring the good news of Christ. And ours is the social gospel. We are talking about the involvement of everyone in social life, family life, school life, and all working together. This is how I got to know Bishop William, and I thank God for the progress he's making to bring the social gospel to bear. It's not just about the Bible and prayer and singing. It is doing little acts, tidying up our society, tidying up our environment, because if the environment is clean, then our heart will breathe in fresh air, unpolluted air, and I said there's a connection between nature and our social life. So that's it.
Thank you, Father Patrick. And last, I would ask you, since you listened to the message of Bishop in English, can you just say a few words of that message in French to our listeners?
Bonjour mes frères et bonne fête de Noël qui se prépare. L'évêque nous a parlé de la mission de l'Église. La mission de l'Église est d'apporter, d'annoncer le message de Jésus. Jésus qui s'est fait chair, Dieu qui s'est fait chair, qui habite parmi nous. Et il nous fait savoir qu'il nous aime tant, et parce qu'il nous aime tant, nous aussi nous avons le devoir de respecter les uns les autres et d'opérer pour la justice, la paix et l'intégrité de la création, puisque dans l'harmonie, tout nous amène aux joies, et c'est la joie et la paix dont nous avons besoin toujours. Je vous souhaite tous bonne fête de Noël, et bonne fête aussi pour l'année qui s'annonce 2022. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so very much, Father. We are very grateful. You have been listening and watching Luminous Radio Gboko. We thank you for joining this program, the Bishop's 2021 message, and also the interaction with Father Patrick Keys. At this point, we'll pull down the curtain and we'll wish you a very good Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a prosperous New Year. Thank you, and we thank our crew. Let us thank our sponsor, Father Linus Hoabo, who is the Episcopal Vicar of our Gboko region. We thank him so very much. He's also the Dean of Vandeke Deanery. He has many other responsibilities. Thank you for sponsoring this program, and thank you all for joining. This is Luminous Radio Gboko. Receive the light.